Hello. Here I will discuss about the topic called pulse code modulation. Why this technique is used and what does it do? So we have four types of conversions, that is analog to digital, digital to digital, analog to analog, and digital to analog. Apart from all these four, we will talk here about analog to digital conversion. Now, what is modulation? In a signal, there are three parameters called amplitude, frequency, and phase. If we make a change in any of these three, then that is called modulation. Now, what a PCM has? A PCM has a sampler, a quantizer, and encoder as its main elements. So, what does PCM do? When an analog signal is transmitted, let's say we have an analog signal at the transmitter, and we want to convert it into digital at the receiver side. So first of all, PCM will take a sample of it, and then that would be converted into the binary code. So PCM is nothing but a digital representation of an analog signal. Here we have some important vocabularies like low pass and band pass signals. As we have seen, that transmission is always done in the band pass signal. Why so? So band pass signal always work at the high frequency, and high frequency offers higher bandwidth and higher data rate, which means that the complexity, or we can say that the distortion or interference is reduced. Now, what are band limited signals? Band limited signals is nothing but they have a bounded support in their Fourier transform and their spectral density. Apart from this, there is a scientist named Fourier. He has given a statement that each and every periodic signal can be represented as a sum of sines and cosines. Now, what is sampling? Sampling is nothing but when we take a part of a signal, then, and if we convert it into some of the like discrete time signals, then it is called sampling. As you can see here, there is an input signal and we have taken its part. So that is called sampling. And the time lag between the two samples is called sampling interval. Nyquist, there is a scientist named Nyquist. He has given a theorem, or say a statement, that the sampling frequency must be twice of the maximum frequency. Now, there are some sampling methods. The first one is ideal sampling. When we take all the samples of the signal, like we can even say ideal sampling as the impulse sampling. What do you mean by impulse sampling? When you say like we have each and every impulse of the signal, then that is called ideal sampling. In natural sampling, for a time interval, we have taken a signal and we are just taking its samples for a time interval. Then that is called natural sampling. It is done like when a switch is on and for that particular time we have taken a sample. In flat top sampling, we are taking random samples, and that too, like you can see here that, as we can see that there is a flat top at all the samples, and that is why it is called flat top sampling. The technique flat top sampling is mostly used. Then we have the types of sampling like undersampling, oversampling, Nyquist sampling. Now, what do they mean? Like if the frequency is equals to the maximum frequency, then that would be considered as undersampling. If the frequency is 4 times, or let's say that if the frequency is higher than the Nyquist frequency, then that would be oversampling. And Nyquist sampling means that the frequency is equals to the Nyquist frequency, or say twice of the maximum frequency. Let us have these signals, like consider that this is our original signal and this is called undersampling, where our constructed signal is not the same as our original signal. Here we can get most of the samples and the reconstruction is very precise, and this is the example of oversampling. Next is aliasing. What is aliasing? Actually, whenever we don't get our signal, like whenever we don't get our reconstructed signal just the same as our continuous signal which we have sent or we have transmitted, then at that time the aliasing occurs. What is quantization? Quantization is nothing but when we take a sample like whichever samples we have taken, and if we assign a round of value to that sample or say the sample range, then that is called quantization. As you can see here, the continuous and discrete time signal is now quantized. Like the value here is 2 for this point, and so this quantized value is 2. Likewise, all the values of the sample is quantized, or say it is assigned a round of value. We have different terminologies for quantization, like quantization level. When you assign a level to the sample, then that is called a quantization. Now, what is quantization error? It is like we have made an assumption that we have round off, means we have an assumption. So that assumption might have some errors, and that error is called quantization. We can say that it is the difference between the value of the input signal and the one which we have quantized. Now, there are types of quantization like uniform and non-uniform. What do you mean by uniform? Like, as you can see here, the space between each quantized level is same. And over here, the space is non-uniform. So likewise, they are given the kinds, that uniform and non-uniform. Encoding and decoding. As we have seen that we have quantized all the values, so each quantization level will have a binary code, and those coding is called encoding. Like when we assign a code or say binary code to a quantization level, then that is called encoding. And as encoding is done, we even need to decode the code after when we want the reconstruction of the signal. At that time, the decoding is done. We have some important formulas like sampling rate, which is we have discussed that fs is equals to 2fm. Maximum data rate is equals to number of bytes or number of beats into log to base 2L. We have bandwidth minimum, we have bit rate and quantization error, and we have also the height of the signal. We have some examples like a complex low pass signal has a bandwidth of 200 kilohertz. What is the minimum sampling rate for this signal? Like we have a formula that sampling rate is equals to 2fm. So just multiplying this 200 kilohertz into 2, we will get the sampling rate. Then we want to digitize the human voice. What is the bit rate? Assuming 8 bits per sample, how human voice rate 4000 kilohertz. So in this example, like we want to find the sample rate. So 4000 into 2 would be our sample rate, and as we have seen that bit rate is equals to sampling rate into number of bits. So from that we will get the we can get the bit rate. We have a low pass signal of 4 kilohertz. If we send the analog signal, we need a channel with a minimum bandwidth of 4 kilohertz. If we digitize the signal and send 8 bits per sample, what is the minimum bandwidth? So from the formula of minimum bandwidth, we can get the answer. Like a telephone subscriber line must have an SNR dB above 40. What is the minimum beats of sample? As we have seen that we only need the number of beats, so we can put the rest entities and we can get. Assume that we have a sample signal and the sample amplitude between -20 and +20. We decide to have 8 levels. What is the height? So as we put all the parameters in this, we will get the height, which is delta. So this is all about PCM. We have the 4 things, that is sampling. First of all, we have the analog signal, then sampling, then quantization, and then coding. And then our analog signal is converted to digital signal. These are some of the references for pulse called modulation. Thank you.